What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of my Byzantium playthrough. In the previous playthrough, we kind of completely annexed Spain, which is awesome. We annexed all of the Iberian Peninsula and vassalized what remains of him. And yeah, definitely gives us the prospect of inheriting all of his colonial nations. Really looking forward to that one because we're probably doing the worst in regards of dominating the New World at this point. The only influence we have is the French influence, which will soon be ours. However, their colonies have really been getting wrecked. But regardless, it's fine. It just gives us a nice platform to expand out of. But we also have been feeding Ming largely and eating up lands ourselves. Let's get straight back into it. I'm really looking forward, guys, to something I've been looking forward to a long time is actually client states. Not necessarily in this or the next episode, but just in general. I enjoy playing around with them, which is something that I never really did all that much in the past. And I've got some cool, cheeky ideas, which I'm looking forward to doing. And also, I want to cultural convert a lot of provinces, but at the moment, nice, we rolled a good general for once. At the moment, I'm waiting for the final institute, which we should embrace quickly, which actually gets 25% reduced cultural conversion cost. And that is going to go ahead and... Oh, wow. Wow. Taking big manpower hits here. Okay, let's build some manpower buildings. Manpower's not looking too hot all of a sudden. But of course our financial situation is. And I plan to, if anything, expand upon our armies. So, having not so high manpower is not preferable, to say the least. Okay, that should do the trick. Definitely help out the rate at which we gain manpower there. Who the... Can you not? This guy is taking occupations. God, that drives me nuts. Well, I guess we're not going to be taking those unless somehow the Mamluks pull out of that war. I planned to, because we've got 100 absolutism, and we've got 5% less absolutism than you can possibly have in this game because of that idea. It's actually better than the Age of Revolutions. I'm just saying that our absolutism is really good. We've got the Diplo points to reduce war score cost. The only thing we could have done, I suppose, is declared an Imperialism CB to reduce war score. But my point is that if we look at Ming here, he costs 105. I suggest that we could have fully annexed him. Or been damn near bloody close. Did I say Ming, by the way? I meant the Mamluks. If I did, sometimes my mouth runs faster than my brain. But yeah, I meant the Mamluks, if that's what I said. Anyway, if we couldn't fully annex them, it would be bloody close either way. But it's not going to be close if some dude's taking the occupations that we desire. Feels bad, man. Oh, also, I realized that these are not converting because of this damn modifier. That's really annoying. We've actually converted everything we can, so we're going to have to manually take them out of the trading company and then convert them back at a later date. But for now, let's add everything and look at that. A merchant just like that. Awesome. So, now the question is, where do we want that merchant? Perhaps in... Well, Sevilla's just all dripping through. Although the amount did decrease, and it's because the Spanish and the Portuguese merchants are no longer transferring to Sevilla, but still. This is all going into Genoa. Soon we're going to want to collect in the English Channel, because it's just an end node. That looks pretty good, man. In the Crimea, and almost none of it's coming through. So let's just grab a big chunk of that. I'm sure our influence is a little bit less than it ought to be. And you know what? We don't really build trading buildings, but in the Crimea, that would actually benefit us quite a bit, I would say. Decent investment there to pull more of that. We're going to have a abundance of merchants here as we go into the future, with our trade companies expanding and owning colonial nations. So that is certainly cool, because throughout the whole game, not going trade ideas or anything like that, we have had a massive lack of those things. Okay, just making sure that we're not giving any occupations to myself. We still need war score, apparently. So let's just go around and actually carpet siege this guy. Well, divide our units up and make it quicker. Spain is upset with us because he'd be mad. Why are you so mad? I'm really surprised, kind of. It does surprise me that he doesn't have debt. But that's no problem. He will probably find that he does have debt at some point in the future. He's probably dipping into his coffers right now. Okay. Nice. These sieges are being... they have flipped back, at least for now. Why don't we focus on winning a battle for once and getting that ticking war score with our Holy War CP against the Mamluks. Damn it, he did siege up that mountains fort before I arrived. Feels bad, man. But it's my own fault. We put it on the back burner for so long last episode. So part of the reason this guy is not really low enthusiasm is because we haven't managed to catch his troops out. But I feel like just mass sieging him is going to be more efficient in terms of time efficiency than trying to run around and catch his units. Now, Russia did take a big chunk of land. Well, geographically big, not that much in terms of development. But he is expanding, of course, which we love to see. And it's kind of frustrating me, guys, that this guy here, Ryazan, is, his province is Orthodox, Reformed, and he doesn't convert it. Perhaps Russia at some stage will annex him. It's completely free, but Russia has been a bit derpy this game, I suppose. I feel like he's been a bit derpy. Like, I'm pretty sure he could have just fully annexed Ryazan. I don't think he had war score issues earlier when he went to war with him. Somehow Ryazan survived, which is pretty mind-blowing to me. Okay, we're really close to being able to accept peace there. So this episode, once we do... Hey, France is participating. Good job, France. Hey, and we won this battle. We appear to have stack wiped him. Cool. Feels good. France will hopefully get us some war score. We're not in a hurry to peace out the Mamluks because we're going to be waiting on our core. In a moment here, I want to peace out Malwa, though I am kind of waiting in that regard. And these are literally worthless for us. I remember in one of my episodes where I was muted, I remembered in hindsight, that episode where I was muted, I was talking about how at this stage those things are literally worthless for us. I took the last one which had any value whatsoever, which was maintenance on rivals, forts next to rivals, but unfortunately we only have the one rival, and I'm not even sure we have any forts like next to him, but maybe we did, which I was not aware of. Either way, that's the last one that arguably had any value for us, that I can, as far as I can tell. So we're not bothered about that whatsoever. Dude, Ming being returned almost to its former glory, thanks to us. Am I right, Ming? You better have some goddamn respect. when you talk to me. I noticed Scandinavia went to war. That's a big war, dude. Cool. This is probably the time to go in. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. We actually lost units here. I actually forgot about that. I was thinking, why is that so small? But now it's fully replenished. I can see why. Because it's just small. They don't exist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that is going to put them back up to how we like it. But I think I also need to reform my armies a little bit. Our combat width is still 36. Huh. Does this give us width? Oh, okay. Well, I think we're good. 36? No, I should, yeah. I should do it, in my opinion, give like... we should go up to like 42 infantry and 20 cannons, in my opinion. Oh yeah, one of my stacks has bad composition as well, which was just inherited, and I keep losing track of him. Armies inherited by our subjects. But it is what it is. Hey. Hey. You? Get stucked. Get stickety stucked. I say. Become stickety stockified. Nice. This is going to be a cool stack wipe. Poor mammies. All we need to do is just win that battle and he's going to be stack wiped. Further solidifying our show superiority. And, we're going to destroy his enthusiasm, I am sure. Oh, do you feel the pain? I feel the pain. Can you feel it? You know what? What culture is this guy? Let's re-roll a reputation advisor. I think we're wealthy enough, guys, that I'm not too worried about the 50% cost. And at this stage, I just want reputation, because we do have high reputation, but we're also overextended all of the bloody time. And, reputation constitutes speed in which we integrate France at this stage. And I'm really interested in that. So, I'm trying to re-roll one who is an accepted culture. Let's keep doing that. When every now and then when we remember. Because, oh, Ming, you booger. And he's got no loans. Okay, you booger. Give me your money, sir. So I might have to develop his land a little bit. A lot of people warned me of this. I was confident that we can maintain him, and I still am. But at the same time, you know what? If we keep on taking subjects like this and feeding our subjects, then maybe not. But a reputation advisor would help in that regard as well. So let's hopefully, yeah, get a bloody reputation advisor would be appreciated. You damn game. So let's look how much we can take from Ming. Looks pretty good to me. 73 overextension. Getting nearer and nearer to our admin cap. We're so far ahead in admin. It's crazy. Might have to do some old school development. And I am desiring to be at peace. No, why? Feels bad, man. 10% increased deploy annexation cost. Hey, a Greek. We actually got there eventually. Cool. So we're kind of the poorest we've ever been thanks to that. But the reputation is, yeah, significant for us right now. which is cool. We could definitely go to war for power projection as well. Do the Russians still just have a composition of infantry? They do. Dude, that's kind of a bug that they need to fix almost. For those of you who don't realize what's happening, with the third Rome DLC, the Russians can just be given units. It's not that they can be, they are essentially just given units periodically. And those units are more powerful. They have increased shock damage. And it is that I've done a little bit of playing Russia myself. It's actually really nice. It's beautiful because Russia is a nation that, like, initially you're fighting the Russian region, and you lose manpower very easily. And you know, I certainly am very well known for spending all my manpower. So you're sitting at like 0 manpower, and then you start getting the things to like increase your force limit, etc. So then your force limit is so high, and you don't want to really build more units, but just obtaining those units is absolutely beautiful. But what's happening to the AI is it keeps getting that over the course of time, and it continuously accepts those units, which are just infantry units. And it obviously goes up to the brim full of infantry units and ends up having a really bad composition. You know, usually the AI obviously has some kind of programming to try to manage its composition when it's... no way! God dang it, I missed a province there. Ah, that's annoying. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We're about to have the Imperialism CB. You know, it usually reinforces in an appropriate manner, but the Russians, they do have stronger infantry, but I think the stronger infantry are outweighed by the bad composition by far, I would say. So, a little bit derpy there. This game is known for being a little bit derpy on occasion. Okay, that's no issue. That Castile has some rebels as long as... No, I was thinking a personal union. No, he literally can have as many rebels as he likes. Even pretender rebels, he will still be our subject. Oh, come on. I really want this siege to finish. It's taken forever. Because I need to spend my my admin here. Yep. About to develop some more land. So what we could do if we wanted is develop Ming a little bit. As he... Yay, nice, we took that. Are you serious, guy? Okay, I'm not going to take any less in this. What I will do is develop Ming a little bit, because he is going to be even stronger. Reputation sabotage feels bad, man. Oh, feels bad, man. Why you do this to me, game? It's going to take some time to integrate this bloody guy. I know what everybody on Earth is saying. They're saying, take this. We have so much of the rest of the world to conquer, guys. See, here's the deal. I 100% agree that we should take it, like right now, except for the fact that if this ruler was in reverse, I would feel really bad, man. But you know what? There's not that much time remaining in the game. This current heir has good admin. So be it. At this rate, it's going to take ages to integrate France, and that is what we're going to be waiting on. So I'm fully committed. 20% reduced annexation costs are really nice, but at the cost of 1 admin every month. No! And I love my admin. Wow, this guy is so tenacious. Are you seriously not low enthusiasm? I own your whole bloody country, man. Occupied. We'll get him. So our manpower, once our building's finished, should be increasing at a nice, fast rate. And we're about to be able to tech up our military, which is always good. This is like the minimum that I want to take from him, is these current provinces that I have, because they're locking down the region but also uniting our little colony over here. The trading region is what I'm talking about, by the way. Please take this. Okay, that's alright. That's all good. First world problems. We got too much admin, guys. Guys, we've got too much admin. Feels bad, man. Next month. Or if we take this. Okay. That's irritating. Let's remove this now. I'm not going to develop that anymore. Remove this edict. Alexandria is kind of at capacity there. It's too expensive. Nice. Might be time that we go into Jampur ourselves. I do have... I feel like I've been so divided with my stacks, but our stacks from Asia can roll through this way, and this stack can roll through that way. So I suggest, if we tick up ahead of him, that we could roll over him quite easily without having to mobilize too much. Also, our truce is up with the Timurids, so if he leaves whatever coalition that he's in, he has hardly any buddies by the looks of things, but yeah, we could roll over his face as well. Definitely have a lot of options to expand. I'm going for exploration ideas, by the way, next, for at least just the one colonist, guys, because in order to get one faith, I really want to flesh out the world. That's going to be one of my priorities that we're going to deal with next. Usually, I would have liked to have gone just a colonial nation in general, or, you know, colonial at some point, in order to really flesh out the world, and that's one of the big weaknesses, in my opinion, of playing Byzantium. However, we didn't really gimp the colonists this game, and for that reason, a lot of the world is fleshed out, so I'm not too worried about it. You know, Russia and these nations have really fleshed out a lot of the world. I feel like we can colonize what remains of Africa before the end of the game, although we may find it's pretty close, but no point stressing about something that's kind of out of my control. So I guess we could follow the same kind of philosophy. If I can't fully annex the Mams, we should consider allowing them to sort of survive for now, and not having the same kind of cost, so that we can peace out sooner, if that makes sense. Because it's just going to result in having a shorter truce time. As soon as we peace out, I plan to vassalize those two nations. Oh wow, can you stop sieging so quickly, dude? This is, sometimes, guys, when I play this game, like, you know, I get negative. I've noticed that a lot of other content creators as well, you can get very negative, and I try to manage that. But sometimes, dude, there's hidden things that, like, I are really trying my patience, but I try not to, like, sort of be, you know, wear my emotions on my sleeve, if that makes sense. But, dude, there has been a trend of the AI just killing it in sieges this game. I swear. And a lot of people, like, anytime I mention it in the past, people were just like, dude, it's just their, army professionalism. Dude, the Ottomans are just good. This kind of thing. They have siege ability. But dude, the whole game, it's just constant. Like, I've got siege ability as well. Do you know what I'm saying? God dang game. Byzantium loses core on Madrid. Huh? Oh, it's our subject. No! Piss off, I say! Piss off, I say! This here is my land. It's just like every time. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about it any more than that, but just constantly. I feel like we've had quick sieges ourselves, but it's in wars where I'm just chilling. I don't mind. Anytime I'm fighting any significant war, they just boom, 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 sieging. It's so annoying. I mean, we've been lucky in other ways, so I shouldn't stress about it. I'm trying not to stress. For me, this is like release. Do you know what I'm saying? Just acknowledge it finally. But let's move on in that regard. Now, I'm wondering about giving like subsidies for relations with Spain. But that would remove any prospect of paying off his debt. He doesn't appear to have much debt or any debt at the moment, but I'm thinking about the future. Perhaps he would get debt. I don't know. I don't know. Minga's nice and happy for now, and we can always give him prestige just given enough time. But, yep, he's going to be a bit of an issue again, I'm sure, once we actually give him that last gigantic chunk of land. And then at that point, I'll give him land every now and then when I feel like we're so far ahead of him and he's extremely happy. That would be the plan, I suppose. And I would also really like to be... Uh-oh. We got to manage that. That will defect into another country. I would like to be going into other wars, by the way, guys, to be ahead of the curve. But siege that really quick. It is a fort level 1. Just calm down. Calm down, monk. It's okay. The world's not out to get you. We'll siege it back quickly ourselves. Yeah, I don't want to be starting other wars. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be starting other wars right now. So we could take 50% overextension. Okay, so we could actually peace out with this. And then we can go back in against Clemson, for example. That would be a really fast and easy war. In that case, let's keep the stack here. And I'll utilize something else to go up here. Just because that one's closer. It takes a long time to walk around. I find. How you doing, Mams? He's close. Probably can piece him out now. Nope, but he's real close. Let's go ahead and just siege like a province. We've got taking war score, so we should be good. There it is. Nice. That feels nice and satisfying. Barely staying ahead of spending our admin, like, not as proficiently as I would like, but spending our admin, and Clemson is a nice place to dump a lot of admin points, coring up his stuff. So let's grab an alliance with these two dudes, and I'm going to continue to try to focus on integrating, spending points here and there, integrating because of the policy that we've taken, you know? Yeah, so keep fleshing out these deploy slots with vassals. Okay, now make sure to vassalize those guys before we go back to war. Is the Emperor at war? No, he's not, but his alliance has been broken. I think it might be time, guys, to fight this war, and would be trying Britain doesn't appear to have any forts here. Shoot. Separate-piecing Britain will be so tedious. Uh-huh. This is a nice water fight. He's got a French province we desire. Okay. I should have one stack in this region to stabilize, which means we're not working with very much, are we? Let's go for a new template, 26, and let's go for 20. Wait, yeah, those are regular. 6 and 18. And just drop that while we can. That's a good way to get some soldiers up here in Europe quickly. How's our economy doing? We're good. We're good. We're pretty much good in every regard. This should give us a little bit more money. No. God dang it. Can't believe that. We can't vassalize him. Maybe if our bloody reputation wasn't sabotaged. Oh wow, I didn't even consider us not being able to. We don't have the relations right now. No, I can't do that even if we... It's okay. Improve relations with him. Ah, it's a shame. Alright. It is what it is. I think we'll be able to vassalize him in the future. You know, being a member of the Empire, he's harder to vassalize. But I feel like if we had maxed relations and a tremendous amount of reputation instead of hardly any, we'd be able to do it. Which means if we weren't overextended, but also reputation was not sabotaged, then we'd probably be good. Let's go to war, though. Back to war we go. Take out Clemson here. And probably the Timurids, who are the same tech. You booger. Could be satisfying to go in against. Oh wow, he's allied to Japan. Damn. Can we great power influence break alliance? I don't think we'd be going into Japan in the next 10 years. Nope. We can't. Will Japan back him up? Maybe by some miracle we won't back him up. Nope, he will. Okay. That makes going into Jampura a little bit more tedious, but I'd probably just do it anyway. By the way, guys, I noticed that Korea out here has good reconquest. This is all Korean, so it should never go away. Some of this would go away. He could be a nice vassal in the future. That's a lot of development. Like United. Yeah, we might vassalize Korea, but right now we're maxing our Diplo slots. Okay. Now, unfortunately, because of this, we might find that once again Clemence's going to survive here. We might go something like, I guess something like that, just to get out of the war. Nice and easy. Wow, Spain has a lot of troops there, lol. That's interesting. The French troops are exiled. Does Yemen have core on anything we're coring up? Nope. So I think we should start a war with him as well. Yemen's one behind us in tech. Quickly going to check his strength. Yes, he's pretty strong. God dang it. Let's... build up our own army a bit here. And I plan to fight Yemen as well, to kind of unite this Arabian area. The Ethiopian core won't go away because of the... Shoot, maybe it will. We got a long time. So Ethiopian is only the primary culture of this Amara, apparently. Shows what I know. In the past, I thought that it was just Ethiopian here in general. But it appears as though we got a lot of time. Yeah, it's almost 100 years, 80 years. I mean, we're going to get things done in the next 80 years. So I'm not too worried about hurrying along there. Hey, our relations are finally improving with Spain. Cool. Good to see. And if we sort out his liberty desire, we can grab that royal marriage. We are getting that prestige back nicely. So let's drop it into him every now and then. Actually, the lower your prestige is, the faster you get it back. For those of you who don't know that, like the base attrition is the decay is higher when your prestige is higher. So in a sense, it's smartest to keep it low. But at the same time, like I'm looking at Yemen like a little bit of a threat to our one army. And the prestige helps with morales of armies and so on. So we're not going crazy and getting real low. Speaking of which, I wonder what his prestige is. Quite bad. Cool. Alrighty, well, I feel like sometimes when we get into the late stage of the game, like the episodes really play themselves out, and yeah, I'm sorry to say I do kind of feel like they really are. It's not, I don't find them extremely boring, that's not what I'm trying to say, but they are boring, there's no doubt about that, when I say they really are boring, because so little happens, like it's just goes from going quite slow, and going from war to war and waiting on cores and so on. So I feel like we haven't achieved that much, but of course we have. But this is gonna constitute an episode here shortly, guys. Next episode, we're gonna be able to go in against Wu, and Nobi's gonna back him up, and then that's gonna be Ming at maximum capacity for some time. Maybe if Jin did back him up, then we could take that bloody core that I missed. Yeah, maybe we'll wait for that. We'll see. But then we'll be able to manage his liberty desire knowing that it's not going to increase, and we can manage it nicely. He is surprisingly only giving us 7.55. I remember I've previously had like the lowlands as like a subject who's been giving me more than that, you know, in a much earlier stage of the game. And the lowlands is so small compared to all of China. But yeah, once I convert up these provinces, we're going to be adding them to trading company. And once these modifiers go away, it's pretty tedious. I'll remove them and convert them. Like this guy right here. And then add them back. We've got a lot to do. I'm really looking forward to crushing the rest of India and just lands in general. Like we can start a trading company here once we integrate the Spanish. As soon as we've improved relations with the Spanish, they're up to 190. 10 years will have already passed, I suggest, and then we'll be good to go into the rest of the theaters that we've kind of unlocked. Oh yeah. Let's get our continue making our transports over on this side of the world. Hey, we finally discovered that thanks to owning Spain, I suggest. So we can actually travel around now. Cool. This war has proven to be super easy. And will not be long here as we got... oh, we don't have Second War School, lol. Oh yeah, we also can take Imperialism CB anytime we want, which is... that's something. not to be shrugged off. Ooh, advisor cost reduction. Damn, that's going to result in a lot of money for us. Big economic boon because our advisors cost a boatload. Tremendous amount. Yep, but that's going to constitute it for this episode, guys. That's going to constitute an episode. I don't know why I've been saying that a lot. But this is a war. We should, before I forget, in between episodes, declare. Let's declare that war. Because that's nice and easy. And right now he's not guaranteed by anybody or anything like that. And it's a good place to spend our admin. But also unite one more region required to form Rome. Definitely going to consider going against the Empire while Pomerania appears to have weak diplomacy. And you know what? It might be worth just taking the Imperialism CB to just go annex Friesland and inherit his colonies. That could be a cool little cheeky move. We'll just annex them directly. But I feel like, yeah, a lot of liberties issues in the future. But that's all part of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in another episode.